Hello everyone, welcome to Nrcm. This is Shravani and I'm going to explain about operating system of Unit 5 and the topic is file system interface. So first of all, before going to the file system interface in general, what is a file? So file is a collection of related information that is recorded on secondary storage, or you can say like file is a collection of logically related entities. So from user's perspective, like a file is the smallest allotment of logical secondary storage. This is about the general definition of the file. And now if we see like the file system contains two distinct parts. So like the first is it is a collection of files that stores the related data, means the file system interface it contains. So first is a file structure or a collection of files, and second it contains the directory structure. Okay, and this directory structure it organizes and provides the information about all the files in the system. So in general, like directory structure contains the files. In the directory, different files will be present. Okay, now next we'll be moving on to the file attributes. So like a file is named for the means just we whenever we create a file, so we'll be just giving the name so that it is easy for the users, and it will be easy for the users to be referring. Okay, so the name is usually it is a string of characters. So we'll be naming the file with string of characters, like for example like some file name dot like extension. So if your file is of C, means you will be giving the extension of .c. If it is cpp .cpp, so etc. If it is java .java, etc. So the file will be saved with along with the extension. Okay, so this is the file format. And we'll in the next slide we'll be seeing the what are the different file attributes. And before that, so after giving the extension, some systems like they distinguish between the uppercase and lowercase characters also in the names. So some systems synthesis, some operating systems like Linux, they will if you save the file with uppercase, then you need to open the file in uppercase only. It is very case sensitive, whereas like other systems they doesn't. And when a file is given a name, it becomes independent of the process, and the user can use the file, and he can create the file, and he can like make some changes to that file. Like changes in this, like consider this file .cpp only. So if the user has given the name, so he can change the name, he can change the file name, or if he want to edit any of the content in that, he can edit the content, or he can reduce the file, by deleting, reduce the file size. And the file's owner, like whoever has created the file, he will be the file owner, and the file owner may write the file to the CD or send it via the email, like as we'll be doing normally, or copy it across a network, and it could still be called as the with the same file, the file on the destination system. Okay, now we'll be seeing, coming to the next slide, we'll be seeing the file attributes. Like these file attributes are like they are fundamental components of a file. So for every file, these are the fundamental components. And these file attributes, they may vary from one operating system to the another operating system, but typically they consist of these. So the different components are like, first is name. As we all know that for every file, like we'll be giving some name. Name is the, like we can say it, it is for identification. So and that's this name is it is like in human readable form. Okay, so that next time if next time the user opens the file, so he can recognize with the name. Next, the file contains the like identifier. So this identifier, it is nothing but the unique tag, or you can say it is a number. It is a number, basically a number that identifies the file within the file system. Okay, so based on this is not required for the humans. Okay, it is for the operating system. So it is like non-readable. So it is, if we cannot understand this identifier, it is a non-human readable form of the file. And next, coming to the next attribute is like type. So type is like it stores the type of the file. Type of the file means like based on the extensions the file will be divided. If you are doing ppt file means the extension will be like .ppt or pptx, or if it is a document .doc. So based on the extension the operating system can identify so like which type of the file it is. And the next is location. So the location is like it points like where the file has been stored in the device. So you can say like that, the location where the file is stored on the device, so that is location. And next is size. Yes, and generally the size will be in bytes. It will be in bytes or words, like there will be some limited size also. So if I mean if you- like if you try to exceed the limit then the file cannot be saved. Next is protection. Coming to this protection, as we all know that, so protection is used everywhere. So it is access control information, and it establishes who can, I mean, read, who can write, and who can execute the file. So like the different protections are like if you have created the file, if you are the admin for that, so you can give particular like read. So if you give only read access to that file, so I mean whoever opens the file they can just only read the file, but they cannot do any changes within that file. Okay, and if you just give the right permission to that file, so whoever opens that file, so they can enable editing, so they can write to the file, or they can change the file synthesis, they can delete the information from the file, and they can copy. These all will be done with this write permission. And executable, so this executable file is like without this permission the file cannot be executed. If this executable permission is given, so if the file is executable, the user can execute that file. So this is all about the protection. And next, coming to the date, like time, date, and user identification. So this information, it is kept for the creation of the file, like at what time the file has been created, on which date it has been created, or last modified date will be present here. And user identification means like you can say like the name of the file. And this is used for like security purpose also. And one more thing, so information about the files, they're kept in the directory structure, and which is maintained on the disk, as you all know that. So all the files are stored in the directory. And this is all about the files and file attributes. Thank you, and I will be coming up with the next video with next topics.